Well, y'all, I'm back with another story time, and baby, this is part 4 of why I canceled their wedding. But baby, this is the fight of how it all happened. So y'all just stick around, get your popcorn, get what it's gonna get, cause baby, it's gonna get good and it's a little juicy. Coach Estella Dior, yeah, I say coach, baby, cause I be coaching them how to bob and weave and wild and be. And I ain't even talking about it was a fight like it was anyway. If you new here, baby, I am a mother that help other mothers, yes, turn ideas into income, into impact, and be impactful. But on this channel, you'll get what you need that's emotional, intellectual, and definitely empowering. So stick around, and guess what? We be a little rough around the edges around here, but we get it done, and we tell the truth, and we always have receipts.
A few moments later.
So let me go ahead and break it down real quick, because y'all know what? This was something that makes somebody's head swim like, and I didn't even understand where all this was coming from. It's like, I'm dating your brother. I'm not dating you. So let me go ahead, because if y'all saw part 1 and part 2, y'all already understand how part 3 slid in there. So this is the side 4. A fight that didn't even have to happen. They acting like they had Clarissa Shields and Layla, whoever they had in there, but all they had was me and her and me. And I was like, really, it was just me, because you did all this capping, you did all that, and at the end of the day, you weren't gonna bust a great big food fight. Wasn't gonna even bump a mosquito off nobody, but you was in there doing all this. You had like you was in a rap session. I really didn't get it. I didn't get it because I was like, girl, you doing all this and you really don't know people think. I'm not saying like I'm a bear. I'm not saying like I'm a gorilla. I'm not saying I ain't no killer, but she just tried to push me. Trying to mind my own business, because this is exactly what I was doing. So let me go back to digress to tell you how we got up on to the fight. Baby, we had the situation, and the situation was at us. You know, the man had already proposed, asked to marry, and I was like, oh, yeah! Especially about to marry me, I got 99 children. And you was a good provider and everything, so baby, we was here like this, like moving going. I was happy. I was content. But it was a lot of stuff that was just went out the way. So all this went down. You got this sister that's always in everybody's business. She in everything but a casket. You understand me? I don't understand. R.I.P. to Ronnie Jones, but he would have had her like beep, beep. But the fact of the matter was, we were in a relationship. And I know, ladies, you might be in something that they mama, sister, cousin, auntie, and things be trying to get in your business. When at the end of the day, why you in my business? Why are you in my business? What do Luke say? Sweep around your own front door. Get the speck out your eye. Whatever. Your Bible, put it in the comments. Whatever it say. All I know is that she was doing a little too much. A little too much. So we go through this situation, you guys. But before we get there, let me tell you how we get there. Because the man asked me to marry him. I said yes, and we going through this, everything fine. We building businesses, at least I thought we was. Looked like we weren't building nothing but a telephone pole. Because this man is acting like he got to wait for his homeboy to get out of prison. I don't know what was going on. What it was, I don't know. But at the end of the day, all I know is now we was here. So I'm planning the wedding. The venue is booked. Everything is beautiful. He picked his groomsmen. I picked my bridesmaids. And we just happy and ready to be happy ever after. But baby, before I could get through anything and go through all of that, one night I was at home sitting on Zoom, planning the wedding with the bridesmaids. First, I had created a nice little group chat on Facebook. Private group chat that for me and the group and the bridesmaids, my bad, to communicate. We going through everything, everybody picking their dresses, everything is beautiful. The dresses was gonna be bomb, beautiful, flowing. I was going through my checklist like I was Santa Claus and like checking it off, picking it nice, know if you once and know if you twice. Baby, all of that, I'm still loving on my man, still being with my man by my man's side. Because if he says family messy and that's what it was, baby. It is what it is and it was what it was. Don't try to come for me. I'm just saying what it was. And this is my story. So, you know, at that time, I just was like, baby, you need to be with the family. Everybody need to get together. So after the funeral, you know, it really got a little intense. Because the niece, you try to walk around mugging like, I mean, I'm talking about she walked.
12 seconds later.
Swinging and walking and swinging. Ain't bigger than a toothpick after you be gonna floss your teeth after you ate oxtail. You know it's just in limbo. But she walking and swinging and banging. And I'm like, What, like, what? But I didn't let that bother me because at the end of the day, maybe you feel offended. Maybe you feel something. And I'm the type of person, I'm an energy type person. You feel me? So when I felt it, I was like, babe, but I'm still in order because this is your family. Babe! Long as she don't say nothing to me and all that, baby, it don't matter. The old saying, sticks and stones will break my bones and words will never hurt me. Long as you don't put your hands on me, we all right. Long as you don't ever attempt or act like you're going to put my hands on.
A few moments later.
So I had to get back to cooking and get back to what's important. So anyway, we got past the funeral. That passed that. Everything bopping and whopping. We come into January, baby. Now, y'all already know the date was set for October the 6th, 2024. Y'all can type that in. Yeah, type it in like it did Keisha and Jeezy wedding. Whatever his name. Jeezy, Gucci, whoever. Coochie, Poochie, whatever this wedding. But it was October the 6th, 2024. Baby, let's say January. January 2024. All of this was going on. You see all the signs, all the flawedness, but you really like, baby, I'm in love. I don't know what this is. He ain't toxic. He ain't beating on me. He ain't cheating on me. So I think I could work through this. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm just saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying because I'm saying what I'm saying. Going through that now, you guys. I made it through. I'm like, okay, that was that. We made it through February, baby. We had the best Valentine's Day you could think of. You hear me? I'm talking about it was a time. It was a time, baby. It was a time. I was like, baby, I want to redecorate the house. I want to do some things. And guess what? He was like, you remember them things they used to have back in the days? You just rub the genie and be like, pah. I was like, baby, I want to decorate the house. He, go ahead, do what you do, boo. So y'all know I was like, okay, let me decorate it. Moving right along. So, baby, as time went on, I'm trying to duck and dodge all that and move all that. We getting through. I have selected, when I say collected and selected all of the bridesmaids. Baby! Somebody say, baby. Everybody was on point. We going through. I got my wedding planner, the best one in the city, baby. You hear me? Miss Cat, hear me? So she was taking me. We had went to this event in Jacksonville. I'll probably try to find a little footage and put that in there. If I don't worry about it. And God blessed me to meet this gem, baby. When I say a gem and a jewel. Ooh, she lived in Jacksonville. She was getting married also. Had an amazing thing. What? Oh, Lord. My girl know who she is. I can't think of her name right here, but baby, when I tell y'all, I'm gonna put it in the video because she began to help me plan, help me with the people with those marvelous invitations y'all saw, help me with the dress thing, help me with the veil, whatever you call, the bouquet, all that. God had placed everybody in place, baby. Y'all know how we always want to say it's God when stuff going good. But when it going bad, then you want to talk to the enemy. He come to steal, kill, and destroy. And what he doing? But anyway, baby, in between time, in the meantime, listen. I'm at home. We got through February, March, gonna roll around. Baby, on this magical day. When I say magical, I'm just telling y'all magical day. March 8th, 2024. I'm at home sitting at the computer and I get a call. A call, baby. It was a call that would change my life forever. Woo, yes. I had got the call. When I got the call, and I remind you, I'm upstairs in the office, sitting up lavish on Zoom with all of the bridesmaids. And Ronnie, Donnie, Lotta, it was Keisha, it was Kim, Anisha. No, all jokes aside. Up there on the phone with the bridesmaids. Get a call. When the phone rang, it was it wasn't an unknown number, not like a block number, but it was a number that I did not know. I answered, hello. Hey. This still, yeah, this me who this is. I'm sitting up there thinking, because y'all know back in the days I used to feel I was a PIMP. So I'm like, who is this dude calling my phone with this deep voice? And I'm like, hello. Y'all know how we go to, hello, who this is? Oh, this, he said this booty old lady. Now I shook out of it, because, old lady. I said, yeah, who this? He said his name, oh, this such and such. I think Unc just got shot because his car down there and it gonna crash. Baby, my heart fell in the bottom of my vajayjay. I ran downstairs. Now, remind y'all, I'm sitting upstairs because I'm in the comfort of my own home. I got on a little t-shirt and some little pajamas. I ran downstairs. I ain't have on number socks. So I'm on the phone talking to him, asking him, telling him. Now, I overheard him talking about this individual before. Yes, I overheard. I ran downstairs. He was like, yeah, this book. He called his name or whatever. And I was like, what? Where you at? So he was like, I'm over here on Magnolia. Now remember, I'm not from Brunswick, y'all. But that don't mean I shouldn't have knew what this street was or whatever. But I'm like, I called my son. My son was already in the house. This how off I was by this time. My mind was gone. Because I'm like, he's saying, so I'm like, Lord, this got to be a joke. This got to be a prank. This got to be something. Baby! Get downstairs, we running into the car. I ain't have time to put on no shoes, no pants, no nothing. Just out there cheeks flinging, sleeves flinging. I'm just out there running and everything. Baby, I say, we got to go to Magnolia. Magnolia Park behind Five Star Bank over there on Altamont. My son say, Magnolia over here off 341 in Arco. I didn't even know what Arco was. I said, what? We rolling, we going, he driving. You know, he's driving because I'm in the passenger seat. Hard bumping like a stripper with loose booty meat. I just don't know what to do. Just go. When we pull up to the scene, all I see is yellow tape everywhere. Roped off. Put me in the mountain first 48. I thought I was in Miami on 62nd and 12. I was like, what's going on? So I get out running towards the tape. Y'all know, wait a minute, hold on. Y'all, I said yellow tape, but you get the drill. All I seen is something covered up. The police come to take. Do not pass that tape. Do not. Look at me. I go up under the tape. My son told my mom.
A few moments later.
So yeah, y'all know I'm a little extra, but y'all get the picture. I had to do that. Tried to go through the scene, so the officer say come around. I run around on the other side, meet the officer. Now, one of the officers that's the neighborhood officer, she a good detective, everything. She say that's his wife. The officer, a white male, came up to me. I heard the chatter and the talk, and they was like, he was dead. So now my heart beat. I don't know what to do. I'm sitting up here like I can't breathe. I'm like, could somebody please tell me something? So I'm looking right there on the corner of Magnolia, and his car is literally crashed into a truck. So I'm looking, I thought in my mind, don't y'all judge me, judge my mind. Don't even judge my mind, just listen to the story. That's what happened. I thought I saw a body covered up on the ground. So I'm falling all out. Y'all know how black people be. And y'all know how I would have been all on the floor. My son told my mom, chill out, man. I think that's just trash on something. I look like that. Because at the beginning, at the end of the day, I'm like, Stella, the sheet might be white, but in my mind, I don't know if it be white, yellow, or gold, whatever. When the undertaker come get you, I don't know what color the sheet be. I know the ladies say no more sheets, but I don't know what color sheets be. So I'm standing there. We out there for all of 20 or 30 minutes, going from officer to officer. Could somebody tell me something? Could somebody help me? Could somebody tell me anything? Baby, they sitting up there looking at me like I was crazy. Like I didn't know nothing. Like this. So it gets real. An officer came and said, go ahead and go to Brunswick Hospital. Southeast Georgia, baby. I get in the car. I get to run, and I tell my son, let's go. Let's go. By this time, I called his sister. You know, I called his family and everything to let them know what was going on. By the time I get to the hospital, baby, you got Ringling and Wrangler's brothers circles out there. They done call everybody, but I forgot how Brunswick would have been. You got Lottie, Dottie, and everybody out there at the place. So I'm like, Lord, what's really going on? I can't answer no questions because I don't know what happened. I don't know if nobody, but you know how color folks is. Y'all know how our culture is. They gonna come and they got questions. All I knew was to go there. I'm talking to the people. They didn't want to give out no information, none whatsoever. So he had one cousin there. Cuz came in, one was like, just chill out. But when I came in there, y'all, all I knew was to fall to my knees. Fall to my knees, and I began to pray. That's all I knew was to fall to my knees and begin to pray. Baby, when I began to pray, I know something happened because I felt that in the bottom of my stomach. You hear me? So we was there for about an hour now, and a doctor came out finally and talked to us and say, well, I was able to get him stabilized. And I just seen the doctor's hand. I don't remember hearing anything. I just seen his hands. So later, after I came down, I was like, oh, he was saying, well, he was shot at. He was shot, y'all. So the man say, I got him stabilized, and we got to airlift him to Shane's. Baby, I'm standing there. Remind y'all, I don't got on no clothes. So all of us outside, somebody had gave me some shoes. I put the shoes on. I'm standing outside. All I know is to call on the word of God. You got a sister out there in the park like, oh, them niggas got to pay. They got to see. And I'm like, at a time like this, at a time like this. But again, I just shut up, closed my mouth, and was like, Jesus, baby, we get through that. Now all of us sitting out there, I heard the bird, and we look up, and y'all see the helicopter right here. We stood out there. I was praying.
God, you got it. He covered. He healed. In Jesus' name.
So the helicopter finally took off, y'all. We took them off. They told us where we was going. Me and my daughter, we rushed home. I threw on some clothes. And I was like, I gotta go and get everything together. All of that. Baby, we make it to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, we in the car on the phone. You got Gary that wanted to ride with us 2 times. Gary, 2 times for the Gary wanted to ride with us. So it's me, my daughter, and Gary. His sisters, which one is a biological sister. All I know, he say him and her got the same mama. This other sister that caused all the drama, the trauma, and the trauma, that him and her don't even have the same mama nor daddy. All I was ever told was her daddy. Oh, not her daddy, my bad, excuse me. His daddy and her brother daddy is the daddy, whatever. Her brother and him got the same daddy. So we get to the hospital. Now, we'll say I received the call in the car on the way to the hospital, y'all, saying, oh, he dead. He gone. So I slapped the phone out of OG and I'm like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. So I say, don't give me no more phones. I don't want to hear no more calls. We on the way to the hospital. My daughter flying in. Baby, we pulls up at the hospital. We going in and first the family was there. Everybody cool. Everybody talking this. The people don't have no information. I walk in cooler than a cucumber. Cooler than a cucumber.
A few moments later.
I see one sister, she got her book bag. The other one sitting there, she posed, holla, whatever. So we made it through the night. Because the people came out. The other sister, the one that started the drama, somebody say drama, she left. Now, at this time, me and this lady didn't have an issue, didn't have a problem. I did not have no problem. I just was there to find out what was going on with my fiance. Baby, then I turn around, you see the other sister, baby. She got Stop Joe liquors in her book bag. She got all type of vodkas and stuff in there. So now I'm walking around pondering like, baby, you got liquor on the hospital thing. You could be arrested. Not we, because I ain't French for one, and for two, I wasn't involved in it. I stayed to the hospital all night. I wasn't leaving. So we going back and forth trying to talk to the people. Y'all know me, baby. I talk a cat off a fish truck. Talk to the people. Finally find out what was going on. Let them know that I was Mrs. Roberts at that time. Yes, he in a coma. Whatever. We going through that. The doctors finally came because they had him under John Doe. They didn't have no name, no anything, because he couldn't respond when they got him. They had him as dead, was what I was told. Was one of the police pulled him out, did CPR, whatever. I wasn't there for the miracle worker. I wasn't there. When they said God turned water into wine, I wasn't there either. But I'm just saying, this is what was happening, and this is what I was told. So by this time, we there. Everybody going through it. His best friend was there. One of the homies. Gary was there. My daughter was there. I was there. And then the sister was there. Out of respect, I don't want to call nobody's name because y'all know we ain't saying I don't need them. Oh, you call it by name, but baby, it is what it is. This is my story. This is my story. Anyway, so now we down there for hours, no information, no nothing. So finally I prayed. I'm talking to the people. I say, somebody got to tell me something. My husband was airlifted here. I believe he's deceased, and they got us sitting out here. So one lady, she said, ma'am, let me go find out something for you, because I wouldn't be wanting to sit out here and nobody ain't telling me. Then I said, thank you. She got up. She went back there, found out. When she came back, she said, they say he's in surgery. What I'm going to do is take y'all up to the next floor. I'm not supposed to do this. I could lose my job. I say, ma'am, everything going to be fine. I go tell the pod. I say, y'all listen, the lady going to take us up here. Everybody be calm. Everybody can move. When I move, y'all move just like that. Baby, the lady walking. We going. So the lady said only one person to be able to go, and we're going to do this. So I'm looking at them like, y'all just chill as long as we're going up there. The sister, oh no, this and ain't nobody this. She off that van. I don't know if it was off that hip. Not again here to see, but only so white in the bottle, in the bag. So I don't know if it was that vodka that, you know, they say that white will make you fight, that gin to make you sin. I don't know what was she drinking, because baby, she was loud, strong, and really, really wrong. We gets upstairs. So we done got from downstairs, not hearing no information, to upstairs till we finally get to what's going. In the morning comes, baby, when in the morning comes, now you got all the other sisters there. You got one that I'm going back there with my brother. All this, by this time, I gonna sleep, I gonna talk, I gonna network, baby. Even the doctors around here talking about, where she at? Where she at? Here I go. Here I go. So you got these other sisters in here. One thing I knew about my fiance, he don't like to be like, you're not gonna see him off point, off balance, or nothing. So when you see him laying there in that bed like that, all I knew was to pray. And my thing was, he couldn't talk, he couldn't speak. So what was going on really? I'm sitting in there because I spent the night there. So anybody knowing ICU, there's no chairs, there's no anything. It's just in there. By them having him on John Doe, he was really on lock. They wasn't allowing visitors or anything. So you got this other half sister, no sister, whoever she was at the door, keep pressing the door, keep going, so the people wouldn't let her in. The nurse came and got me. The nurse say, I tell you what, if you don't go out there and tell her to stop, she's going to go to jail. So I say, who is she? I'm thinking it was the real sister. The real sister. So I look over there. I say, ma'am, I don't even really know her like that. If y'all got to take her to jail, take her to jail. So the doors come back open. When they come back open, she out there, Stella, I know that's you. It's you. You telling them not to let me in. I'm looking like, baby, how do I have power like that? It ain't me. I walked to the door. His dad was standing there. Now, my father-in-law at that time about this talk. But I'm like, Dad, you know, Pops, I don't know what's going on. They said she did me like this, y'all. Let me step back so y'all ready. She did this. I looked at her. I said, baby, please don't do that. And I walked off. I gave her space. It wasn't even COVID or Corona, but I gave her 6 feet because I'm like, baby, now you putting your hand towards my face. She went to talking again and selling off. I walked off. I'm being a grown person. I walked off. When I walked off, baby, she walked behind me. She studied talking. Oh, you ain't his brother effing wife and all this. All you got is the invitation. And I'm looking at her like, you didn't get one. So all you did was heard about it. She went to go like this again. I turned around. I said, let me tell you something. She told me, oh, I ain't none of 10. She called her other sister name. I ain't none of her. You ain't none. I'm looking at her like, you could be Tina Turner, Ike, Beyonce, whoever you be. But don't put your hand in my face again, because the next time you put your hand in my face, I'm going to drop you right where you stand. Baby, she went to raise her hand like this, and I stepped back and bop, bop. I had her with that 2-piece. She ran behind her dad, and if you want to know what happened, all you got to do is comment next.